Welcome to an extended summary of The Richest Man in Babylon by George S. Clason. Ahead of you stretches your future, like a road leading into the misty distance. Along that road are ambitions you wish to accomplish and desires you wish to gratify. To bring these ambitions and desires to fulfillment, you must be successful with money. If you're new, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. Money is the medium by which earthly success is measured. It makes possible the enjoyment of the best the earth affords. And, crucially, money is plentiful for those who understand the simple laws which govern its acquisition. We are taken back to Babylon, the cradle where the basic principles of finance were nurtured. Babylon became the wealthiest city of the ancient world, not because of magic, but because its citizens were the richest people of their time. They appreciated the value of money and practiced sound financial principles. Though the city is now dust, the laws of money that governed it 6,000 years ago are universally applicable today. Like the law of gravity, they are unchanging. The ancient scrolls promise cures for a lean purse, how to start thy purse to fattening, how to control thy expenditures, how to make thy gold multiply, how to guard thy treasures from loss. This summary explores the foundational stories that reveal the secret of the ancients, the sure key to a fat purse and a happier life. Part 1. The Frustration of Bansir. Our story begins in the bustling, noisy heart of old Babylon. It is a city of stark contrasts, a mixture of grandeur and squalor, of dazzling wealth and direst poverty crowded together. We meet Bansir, a chariot builder. He is a strong, capable artisan. Yet, on this day, he is thoroughly discouraged. He sits upon the low wall surrounding his property, gazing sadly at an unfinished chariot. The hot, tropical sun beats down upon him, beads of perspiration trickling unnoticed into the hair on his chest. Beyond his simple home tower, the high terraced walls of the king's palace. Nearby, the painted tower of the Temple of Bel cleaves the blue heavens. In the shadow of such grandeur, Bansir's purse is empty. He is jolted from his reverie by the twanging of a lyre. It is his best friend, Kobbi, the musician. Kobbi, seeing Bansir resting, assumes his friend is prosperous. With an elaborate salute, Kobbi asks a favor. "Pray, from thy purse which must be bulging, else thou wouldst be busy in yon shop, extract but 2 humble shekels and lend them to me until after the nobleman's feast this night." Bansir responds gloomily, "If I did have 2 shekels, to no one could I lend them, not even to you, my best of friends, for they would be my fortune, my entire fortune." Kobbi is shocked. Bansir has nothing, yet sits like a statue. Bansir confesses the source of his distress. It began with a vivid dream. In the dream, he was a man of means. He had a purse heavy with coins. He cast shekels to beggars and bought finery for his wife. He felt a glorious contentment, unafraid of the future. But, Bansir laments, when I awoke and remembered how empty was my purse, a feeling of rebellion swept over me. He looks at his friend and speaks the hard truth they have both avoided. We have been close friends since boyhood. We have been contented subjects of our king. We have worked long hours. Yet, after half a lifetime of hard labor, thou, my best of friends, hast an empty purse and asks to borrow 2 shekels. And I admit that my purse is as empty as thine. Bansir asks the question that haunts them. What is the matter? Why cannot we acquire silver and gold, more than enough for food and robes? Are we more than dumb sheep? We live in the richest city in all the world. About us is much display of wealth, but of it we ourselves have naught. Kobbi admits he is no better off. His earnings from his lyre are quickly gone, and his family often goes hungry. They realize that hard work alone is not the answer. Bansir strove to build the best chariots, and he succeeded. Kobbi strove to be a skillful musician, and he succeeded. In the things they devoted their best endeavors to, they succeeded, yet they never sought to learn the principles of wealth itself. Part 2. Seeking the Source. A new light gleams in Bansir's eyes. Perhaps there is some secret we might learn if we but sought from those who knew. They remember an old friend of their boyhood days, Arkad. Arkad is now famed far and wide as the richest man in Babylon. He is so rich that the king himself seeks his aid in affairs of the treasury. Yet, as Kobbi notes, Arkad does not look down on his old friends when he passes in his golden chariot. He waves with a genuine smile of friendship. Kobbi points out, a man's wealth is not in the purse he carries. A fat purse quickly empties if there be no golden stream to refill it. Arkad has an income that constantly keeps his purse full, no matter how liberally he spends. Income, that is the thing, agrees Bansir. I wish an income that will keep flowing into my purse, whether I sit upon the wall or travel to far lands. They decide they must swallow their pride and seek wisdom. Bansir urges, let us go to Arkad this very day. Also, let us ask other friends of our boyhood days, who have fared no better than ourselves, to join us that they too may share in his wisdom. Part 3. The Scribe and the Moneylender. Bansir, Kobbi, and their friends arrive at the palatial home of Arkad. They confront him respectfully, but directly. They say, you, Arkad, are more fortunate than we. You have become the richest man in all Babylon while we struggle for existence. Yet, once we were equal. We studied under the same master and played the same games. Why then should a fickle fate single you out to enjoy all the good things of life and ignore us who are equally deserving? Arkad remonstrates with them gently. He tells them that if they have not acquired more than a bare existence, it is because they either have failed to learn the laws that govern the building of wealth, or else they do not observe them. He assures them that fickle fate is a vicious goddess who brings no permanent good to anyone. Arkad then decides to share his own story. He was not born rich. As a young man, he was a humble scribe in the Hall of Records. He tells them, I found employment as a scribe, and long hours each day I labored upon the clay tablets. Week after week and month after month I labored, yet for my earnings I had naught to show. Food and clothing and penance to the gods absorbed all my earnings. One day, Algamish, a very rich, fearsome moneylender, came to the Hall of Records. He needed a long law copy carved onto clay tablets by the next morning. It was an impossible task, but the young Arkad made a bold proposition. He said to the rich man, Algamish, tell me how I may also become rich, and all night I will carve upon the clay, and when the sun rises, it shall be completed. Algamish smiled at the forward knave, but agreed to the bargain. Arkad worked through the night. His back pained him, and the smell of the burning wick made his head ache until his eyes could hardly see. But when Algamish returned at sunup, the tablets were complete. Now, Arkad said, tell me what you promised. Algamish looked at the tired youth shrewdly from under his shaggy brows. He spoke in a low, forceful tone, delivering the wisdom that would change Arkad's life. I found the road to wealth when I decided that a part of all you earn is yours to keep. And so will you. Algamish stared at him, piercing him with his glance, and said no more. Is that all? Asked Arkad, confused. That was sufficient to change the heart of a sheep herder into the heart of a moneylender, Algamish replied. But all I earn is mine to keep, is it not? Arkad demanded. Algamish scoffed. Far from it. Do you not pay the garment maker? Do you not pay the sandal maker? Do you not pay for the things you eat? Fool, you pay to everyone but yourself. Dullard, you labor for others. As well be a slave and work for what your master gives you to eat and wear. Part 4. The Hard Lessons of Experience. The old moneylender laid down the fundamental rule. If you would become wealthy, then what you save must earn, and its children must earn. A part of all you earn is yours to keep. It should be not less than a tenth, no matter how little you earn. He used a powerful metaphor. Wealth, like a tree, grows from a tiny seed. The first copper you save is the seed from which your tree of wealth shall grow. The sooner you plant that seed, the sooner shall the tree grow. Arkad took the advice to heart. It required willpower, but for a year, he hid away 1/10 of his meager earnings. A 12-month later, Algamish returned to the room of the scribes. Son, he asked, have you paid to yourself not less than 1/10 of all you have earned for the past year? Arkad answered proudly, yes, master, I have. And what have you done with it? I have given it to Asmo, the brickmaker, who told me he was traveling over the far seas and in Tyre he would buy for me the rare jewels of the Phoenicians. When he returns, we shall sell these at high prices and divide the earnings. Algamish growled in frustration. Every fool must learn, but why trust the knowledge of a brickmaker about jewels? Would you go to the breadmaker to inquire about the stars? No, by my tunic, you would go to the astrologer if you had power to think. Your savings are gone, youth. You have jerked your wealth tree up by the roots. And it was, as he said. The Phoenicians are scoundrels, and sold the brickmaker worthless bits of glass. Arkad had lost a year of sacrifice. He learned the hard way. Seek advice only from those who are competent through their own experiences to give it. But Arkad did not give up. He started again, saving his 10th. Another year passed, and Algamish returned. What progress have you made since last I saw you? Arkad replied, I have paid myself faithfully, and my savings I have entrusted to Aga the shield maker, to buy bronze, and each 4th month he does pay me the rental. That is good, and what do you do with the rental? Arkad replied enthusiastically, I do have a great feast with honey and fine wine and spiced cake. Also, I have bought me a scarlet tunic, and some day I shall buy me a young ass upon which to ride. Algamish laughed heartily. You do eat the children of your savings. Then how do you expect them to work for you? And how can they have children that will also work for you? First, get thee an army of golden slaves, and then many a rich banquet may you enjoy without regret. It took Arkad years to master these lessons, but eventually he proved he had learned 3 things: how to acquire money, how to keep it, and how to make it work for him. Having proven himself, Algamish made Arkad his partner and eventually his heir, leading him to become the richest man in Babylon. Arkad looks at his friends, Bansir and Kobbi. He tells them that opportunity is a haughty goddess who wastes no time with those who are unprepared. The road to wealth begins with a simple decision available to the chariot builder, the musician, and the scribe alike. It begins when you realize that a part of all you earn is yours to keep.